The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max could finally get an always on display, just like I've been able to do on my Samsung for years and years. Ever since they added OLED, I've been able to pull up the time like that and always see, you know, what time it is and if I've got any notifications without it using much battery power, because that's the power of OLED, right? It only lights up the individual pixels. It doesn't light up an entire light panel behind the screen like LCDs do, right? So we're finally going to get one on. We're finally going to get always on displays on the iPhone. I think it's going to be great if you've got your phone on a bedside table, sorry. Being able to just glance at the time, glance at your notifications, stuff like that. So they've already got something like that in the Apple Watch, I believe, and the way they do that is lowering the refresh rate to like 1 frame, 1 hertz. To basically have it so that, you know, it barely consumes any power, but still allows you to have the screen on. So let's get into the article. But before we get into it, guys, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and if you want to support everything I do on YouTube, consider going to blaze2key.com/join, or just click the join button down below. It helps out the channel and everything I do. So let's get into it. So iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max could finally get always on displays, hopefully for real this time. So Apple may be finally bringing always on display to the upcoming iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max. According to a report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple could introduce the feature with iOS 16, so we might be finding out pretty soon, because the Worldwide Developer Conference is coming up, and that, you know, they talk about all their new software features then, so it'll be interesting to see if that is something they allow. Allowing the iPhone to display a limited amount of information even when it's locked. Gurman says the iPhone's version of always on mode could work similarly to the way the Apple Watch Series 5 and up does it. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max will drop the lock screen's frame rate with the always on mode enabled, letting them conserve energy while the display remains powered on. It's unclear if the new iPhone will use the same low temperature polycrystalline oxide LTPO display Apple uses in its newer watches. These low powered screens play a huge part in getting always on mode to work properly, as they're built to keep devices from consuming too much power. So that's something that they've obviously talked about potentially doing before, but it's never came to fruition until now. And when you think about it, we're only a couple of months away to the new iPhone 14, and I can't wait to see what it has to offer. Because I've got an iPhone 11 Pro Max here, and I love, like, I'm more than happy with this thing. Like this, the iPhone 11 Pro Max does everything I need it to do. I've not seen any need to upgrade it, besides maybe having those nice chamfered, you know, square sides, the flat sides on the side. I think that looks really cool on the iPhone 13, and, you know, iPhone 12 and 13 I think has that nice flat edge design, and I really like it. It reminds me of the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5. So yeah, back to the other features. So we're going to see maybe iOS 16 might come with similar functionalities, including wallpapers with widget-like capabilities. Always on display isn't the only feature said to be exclusive to the iPhone 14 and Pro Max. As the past leaks indicate, Apple may only include its new A16 chip with the two premium devices. Apple's set to announce a number of other changes at its closely approaching WWDC conference. Apple could introduce enhanced windowing and multitasking features on the iPad. Yes! You know, dude, I'm so excited for the possibility of, like, the Mac OS possibilities, and maybe integrating Mac OS with the iPad OS. I think the iPad, it would just be a winning formula if we could switch between the two operating systems. But I'm excited to see. This is when we find out about all this stuff, right? Being able to do stuff like new features coming to iPad OS, Watch OS, iPhone iOS, Mac OS. You know, we get to find all that out at WWDC, and that's going to be happening on June 6th. So we're literally like a week away from it. I'm so excited. So back to the article. He cites findings from the developer Steve Troughton-Smith, who recently discovered that Apple may be working on a feature that could let users freely resize windows. Apple could overhaul some of the apps as well. In addition to adding new audio features like messages, Gurman predicts Apple will revamp its system preferences menu to make it more like the settings app on iOS. With WWDC a little more than a week out, we won't have to wait much more time to see how many of these predictions come true. So that is awesome. Always on display on the new iPhones, enhanced multitasking abilities, and, you know, window resizing on iPad OS. There's a lot to look forward to, and I can't wait. We're going to find it all out next week on June 6th at the WWDC event. I'm a massive Apple fanboy. I've got a MacBook, I've got an iPhone, I've got an iPad back there. Like, I've got an Apple Watch down in my closet that I don't use very much anymore because I'm using my Galaxy Watch, but from a Samsung. But I love Apple. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is having an always on display something that you really wanted? for a while, let me know down below. And please, as always, like the video, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, guys, if you want to support and, you know, just show your support and thanks. I really appreciate it and consider supporting even more by becoming a member. Oh, follow me on Twitter, link in the description. Come say hi on Twitter, let's be friends. Come tell me what's going on with your life and what you're looking forward to in tech and in the world of tech and games. Alright, guys, see you in the next video, guys. Blaze2k, signing off. Bye.